Morning, we are live. Welcome everybody. We are live from Spain. It is 8:36 Spanish time, 7:30 in the morning UK time. If you're watching this, what are you doing up this early? And if you're listening to this on a podcast replay, then welcome. And if you're watching this on one of the other replays on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or wherever, welcome as well. So in this session, I just want to talk about you being you. Because I think this is just really important, especially when we talk about people going live on Facebook or putting themselves in video or putting content out there. So a lot of my content goes out and it's got my picture on it. And I have the same hang-ups as everybody else. I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm too northern, I'm too ginger, I'm too grey, I'm too ugly, I'm too short, I'm too... fill in the gaps. Do you know what I mean? And so I just think it's really important to have this conversation. It's just this conversation between you and me. Nobody else is watching. It's just you and me with our cup of joe. And it's just this idea, this concept about you being you. And it's like, I had this conversation with a client come out to a villa here in Spain last month, I think it was. We were talking about how we're going to grow their business and about creating a radio show that goes inside a Facebook group, and you drive people to the Facebook group, and that's the only way they get access to the show. And I was talking about this concept of just being you, and I know I say this an awful lot of times, and it's this idea of people are going to hate you or love you, so they might as well hate you to begin with, and then they're never going to do business with you, and that's great because you've qualified themselves out. And the best way of doing that is for you to be you. So what then happens is we get someone on a phone call, let's say a strategy session, and when that person gets on a strategy call, they get me. And funny enough, I sound just like this. And if it's a face-to-face call, not face-to-face, is it? If it's a face-to-face Facebook Messenger video call, that's the word I was looking for. If it's a video call of some kind, then I actually look like this. And sometimes I'm sat right here, and they're like, oh, you're just like you are on your podcasts and on your videos and on your Facebook lives and in your group, and so there's no surprises for them, and so they just get to know me as me, and then when they get to like maybe buy something, they're buying it from me. It's not like I'm a different person away from who I am here. I've got this quirky sense of humor, a bizarre sense of humor, some would say. I'm just me. There's only one me, and there's only one of you, and that's why you should be you. You should be more of you if you can. You know, if you've got a quirky sense of humor, be more quirky. If you've got a high-pitched voice, then have a high-pitched voice. If you're booming and deep and serious, then be more serious, because there's only one of you, and I like you, possibly, or I hate you, possibly. It makes no difference to you, because I'm going to qualify myself out if whether I like you or hate you anyway. So you might as well be you. And I see people that don't go Facebook Live, or they don't do podcasts, or they don't do any videos, and they say things like, yeah, but I don't like the way I sound, or I don't like the way I look. But if I've got you on a phone call and you don't like the way you sound, guess what you're sounding like? You're sounding like you. Yeah, but I don't like the way I look. Well, you've got two choices. You either change the way you look or you handle it. Because if we're on a video call, I'm looking at you. I know what you look like. And if we're not on a video call and I've seen your Facebook picture and we're on a voice call, guess what? I already know what you look like. And I'm picturing your voice in my head, and I'm picturing you speaking the words in my head. So regardless, it's irrelevant. You are you. And so... and there's a great line, by the way, in Star Trek The Next Generation. It's from the very first episode. It's called Encounter at Farpoint, and Q is putting humanity on trial. And Captain Picard says, well, look, if we're going to be damned, then let's be damned for who we really are. And that line has stuck with me for 25 years. But just for this moment, just to use it right here. And it stuck with me because I'm like, yeah, if you're going to damn me, you might as well damn me for who I am. I can be a bastard sometimes. I can have a quirky sense of humor sometimes. I can be childish sometimes at 47. It doesn't feel like 47, does it? As you get older, you kind of feel like you're still 25. It's just weird. I can be all of these things, right? But if you're going to damn me for who I am, then damn me for who I truly, truly am. And if you're not going to like me, that's great, but like me for the real me. Don't like me for this version of me that isn't actually me. And if you're going to love me for who I am, then love me for who I am. Don't love me for some fake version of who I am. It's like, you know, I had a friend once, and just once, just once. And he was, when he was in a relationship, you know, we'd be going out for a night on the tiles, drinking in Leeds City Centre, and his girlfriend had phoned, and he'd have to go off to a quiet bit, and he'd be, no, love, no, I'm not, I'm staying in tonight. You know, the noise in the background, it's just TV. No, I've got the TV on. That's crazy. She was dating somebody who she didn't know who he was, because why would he lie to her about that sort of stuff? And obviously me in the background going, woo, let's get drunk. Really loud on the phone. Some friend, right? It's crazy. Why would you do that? She married him. She married him. She didn't know who this guy was. I'm no longer friends with him because it really annoyed me. But I got to know the person who he truly was. And I don't speak to them anymore because I didn't like that side of them, you know? The other sides of them I didn't like as well, by the way. I should add that. But if people are going to hate you, let them hate you for who you truly are. And people worry about my voice and all that kind of thing. And the only real way of getting rid of that is to go live. Like I'm live right now. I'm live on my profile. I'm live on my group. I'm live on my page. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm live on Twitter. LinkedIn, I don't know what you're playing at LinkedIn. I've had to apply to go live, and I'm sure we're going to come back and say, no, computer says no, you can't go live. We've got 14,000 connections on LinkedIn. You just know they're going to go, no, sorry. Why LinkedIn are doing that is anybody's guess. They're going to get so many more people going live on LinkedIn. Oh no. But go live, record videos. Like all my videos are done on a mobile phone. And the best way for me to record the videos are, well, I've got a tripod here. So I've got this tripod. I stick the phone in the tripod, and then I put it on a desk, or I can put it on a wall if I'm outside. And usually I'll record like 1 minute, talk to camera, and then I go to another location and I'll talk another minute, record to camera, and I go to another location, record a minute, and then we stitch all these together. We get our video editors to do it, and then we put some funky music on it, and then we have like a day in the life of, and that works really well. But the only way I've got confidence to go out and do that is because I've gone live, goodness knows how many times. This will be converted into a podcast, and we've got like 309 podcasts. So after you do your first 100 podcasts, you soon stop worrying about what other people think of you, what other people think you sound like. We just tend not to worry about it because, let me just change the banner, by the way. There we go. So I tend not to worry about what I sound like anymore. This is what I sound like. It's not my radio voice. So when we were talking about this particular client, and actually this headline of what we're working off came from today, because I said, always be you, there's only one you, there's enough people to like that version of you that you don't need to be anyone else. And I was like, oh, that should be my Facebook status. And actually it's turned into a podcast as it happens. But it's absolutely true. You should be you. And the more you can be, the more people are going to like you or hate you and qualify themselves out or qualify themselves in. And then the more you can get people on the phone, they know all your idiosyncrasies. There is no radio voice going on here, perfectly natural. Just be you. So I think I've said that enough times this morning. I'm going to crack on. I've got a mega busy day today, and we'll catch up with you in the next session. Have a wicked day, folks. Take care. See ya.